Started. We have, instead of having two variables, we have three. And that's why we have three lines. First step is I'm going to number my lines. This is number 1, this is number 2, and this is number 3. I agree completely. But we're still doing it. Alright, is there a variable by itself that I could get rid of pretty easily? So the the y's are not by themselves, are they? Well, I guess they could be. If you look at the 2y and 2y. But what I was looking at is I can get rid of the x and the negative x by doing nothing, correct? Then you are correct. I can get rid of the negative z and the z by doing nothing. So which do we want to get rid of? There is no wrong answer, x or z. Z it is. When I did this myself, I got rid of the z's. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write line 1 and line 2 because we're going to get rid of the z's very simply. 2x plus y minus z equals negative 10. All right, and line 2, negative x plus 2y plus z equals 3. So since I have a positive and negative z, I'm just going to draw my line underneath them and then combine them. 2x minus 1x is x. 1y plus 2y is 3y. Negative z plus z is 0. We eliminated our z. Negative 10 plus 3 is negative 7. We just created what? A new line, so we got to give it a number. It's only fair. We did 1, 2, and 3, so this one's going to be 4. All right, so now we have two options. We just combined 1 and 2, so we can combine 2 and 3, or we can combine 1 and 3. What I would do is we eliminated the z's here, so which would be the next two easiest z's to get rid of? Well, this one's a negative and this one's a positive, correct? So I would probably use line 1 and 3. It's not wrong if you don't do that. I'm just preferring to work smarter, not harder. Yes, sir. So you're a step ahead of me, so hold on just a second. 2x plus y minus z equals negative 10. That was line 1. Line 3 is x plus 2y plus 3z equals 13. What Liam was saying is we need to get rid of our z's. So we have a positive and negative, so that's good, but we have a 3z and a 1z. So what do I need to multiply line 1 by to make it a negative 3z? No. Negative 1 would make it positive z, and we're not getting rid of z's. Well, I would multiply the top one by 3, because then we don't have to worry about positive or negative. So 3 times 2x is 6x. 3 times y is 3y. 3 times negative z is negative 3z. 3 times negative 10 is negative 30. All right, let's draw our line. 1x plus 6x is 7x. 2y plus 3y is 5y. 3z minus 3z is 0. We eliminated our z's. Life is good. 13 minus 30 is negative 17. So in what line is this going to be? 5. Thank you. So what do you think we're going to do now to lines 4 and 5? Combine them. So let's write line 4. X plus 3y equals negative 7. And 5 is 7x plus 5y equals negative 17. And now we're going to do what we've done for the past 2 weeks, or week and a half. Is it easier to get rid of the x or the y? Well, if we get rid of the y, we're going to have to multiply the top line by 5 and the bottom line by -3, correct? We could get rid of the y's if we wanted to, or we could just multiply the top line by -7 and then our x's go away. To me, that's easier. So let's multiply the top one by -7. -7 times x is -7x. -7 times 3y is -21y. And -7 times -7 is +49. 7x minus 7x is 0. We eliminated the x. Very good. 5y minus 21y is -16y. -17 plus 49 is 32. The -16 is multiplying, so to get rid of it, we divide. Y equals -2. How do we find out what x is? Plug it back into 4 or 5. Does it matter? I would probably plug it into 4 just simply because x is by itself. So line 4 was x plus 3y equals -7. What? 4 was x plus 3y equals -7, yes? So now x plus 3 times -2, I substituted in the -2 for the y, equals -7. 3 times -2 is -6. It's a subtracting 6, so I'm going to add 6. X equals -1. So my final answer is going to be, we don't have a final answer yet, do we? Have we solved for z? Which line would be easiest to solve for? Do we have a z by itself? But line 1, it's a -z, correct? So I would rather solve for a positive z. So I'm going to go to line 2 and plug in. So line 2 is 2x plus y minus z equals -10. All right, x was -1. Oh, this is actually, hold on here. Okay. Well, that's not working smarter. That's working harder, but we'll go with that. Sorry about that. We should have plugged it into line 2, or line 3, actually. This will work, though. Plus -2 minus z equals -10. 2 times -1 is -2. Minus 2 minus z equals -10. -2 minus 2 is -4. Plus 4 plus 4. So now I get -z equals -6. Are we solving for positive z or negative z? Positive z. So I'm going to divide by -1, divide by -1, and get 6. I don't know why I plugged it into that line. I had a brain cramp. Sorry. I must have been thinking about narwhals or whale sharks or something.
Is that another 2 or is it a z?
That's a z. That's a z. That's a 2. The 2's have loops. So my final answer is going to be x equals -1. I wish I wouldn't have done that. Y equals -2. And z equals 6. That's my final answer.
So which line are the x's supposed?
Any of them will work. It just would have been easier if I would have plugged it into a different line, the one where I had a z by itself, line 2. But I skipped ahead. It happens. It still worked out, so it wasn't a big deal. All right, you are going to try one of these on your own. Yes, Jonathan. Can you wait till after the lesson and then we'll discuss then? 2-5 was the worksheet.
I wasn't here all last
Okay. See me after. All right, try this one on your own, or I shouldn't say on your own. You can work with your table mates if you want. Uh-oh. Houston, we have a problem. Hold on. Z, I got 6.
I'm stuck because I have.
All right, I'll help you in just a minute. Hold on. All right, Kyla, hold on. What did you do?
I went down to 2 instead.
So negative x plus 2y plus z. You did which one, 2? Equals 3. So negative, that becomes negative 1. What you, the x is replaced. We replace the x with negative 1. So y is still there. That's what's confusing you. So what you should have done is wrote negative 1. Hold on, Alright, let's go right here. Please write a negative sign. Parentheses. Negative 1, so that's what x equals. Plus 2, what is y equal? Put it in parentheses, please. Plus z equals 3. So negative times negative 1 is 1. 2 times negative 2. Okay. Plus c. 1 minus 4. Perfect. Now add 3. If you can, you can.
So is this the check problem?
Yes. What's that? You sounded like you were doing it right, yes.
I got it. I canceled them out.
So then you got y equals what?
No, I did line 2 y.
Okay. Alright, give me like 3 more minutes and I'll go over it.
I just got something.
Okay. I'm so confused too. Give me just a minute. All right, can you finish this problem and then you can talk about that? That'd be wonderful. right, one more minute, then we'll go over this. It's my breakfast, sorry. All right, Kate, what two did you do first? All right. And like I said, there is multiple ways to do this. So if you did it differently, it should still come out the same. All right, negative 2x plus x is negative x. Negative y plus y is 0. 2z minus 2z is 0. 2 plus 3 is 5. There's a 1 there, even though we don't see it. Divide by negative 1, divide by negative 1, and we get negative 5. So x equals negative 5. That was pretty serendipitous that it came out to be to get rid of two of them. So now what we have to do is either get rid of an x, or excuse me, get rid of a y or a z. So which one should we do next? Okay. So what ones do you want to do? 1 and 2? All right, 1 and 2 it is. Z is a variable. We don't know what it is. No. Not in my world. All right, so we need to get rid of a y or a z. What do we want to get rid of? It doesn't matter. Z. Okay, so that means I'm going to multiply the top row by 2. 2 times 2x is 4x. 2 times 3y is 6y. 2 times negative z is negative 2z, and 2 times 9 is 18. So now we have a 2z and a negative 2z, so they're going to go away. Negative 2x plus 4x is 2x. Yes? What's that?
It's 2x and negative 2x.
Yes, we could have. But we needed to get rid of, yeah, we got rid of y and z, so we need to get rid of a y or a z. All right, I need just a minute. All right, negative y plus 6y is 5y. 2z minus 2z is 0. 2 plus 18 is 20. So that actually what we're going to do now is take the x equals negative 5 and plug it in for this x right here. So 2 times negative 5 plus 5y equals 20. 2 times negative 5 is negative 10. All right, so plus 10, 5y equals 30. Divide by 5, and y equals 6. So now we have x, now we have y, we need z. Does it matter which line I plug it in to solve for z? It does not matter. I would probably do the middle one because your z is positive. So negative 2x minus y plus 2z equals 2. And now we're going to substitute in negative 2 times x. X is negative 5. Minus y. Y is 6. Plus 2z equals 2. Negative 2 times negative 5. Excuse me as I choke. Negative 2 times negative 5 is 10. Minus 6 plus 2z equals 2. 10 minus 6 is 4. And now it's a two-step equation. 2z equals negative 2. Negative 2 divided by 2 is negative 1. So my correct answer is negative 5, 6, and negative 1.
This is so confusing. I don't even know. I have to do it step by step. It's not a lot. I think it's fairly